that. I have to look at that in the demo later on. That was really cool. 2.5 grand for Astralis. Pots and pans to fight with. Outside of winning the pistol, they've won no relevant rounds, really, in this half so far. That doesn't bode well. It's been a few rounds in a row for Ence, 3 rounds in a row, in fact. So Astralis need to show us something quickly. Obviously not right now with 5 Glocks. All they may show us is how to play Lemmings in Counter-Strike. Only so much they can do. Ooh, combination from Alexi. That was beautiful. If you don't have Kevlar, and the grenade hits you and then explodes, it can do up to 101 damage. So you can get 2-hit combo just from the HE, but he'll make doubly sure with the AUG, and he'll continue to do so.
Maybe Astralis need, one of those explosive rounds that we saw from Ence, where they just rush the upper position. That's typically strong if the other team does not have an AWP posted upper at the beginning of the rounds. Ali, he's often going to be playing around connector as well with the AWP, so ooh, denying the bomb plot. That's good work there from Ence. But yeah, we'll have to see what Astralis decide to do here, whether they want to speed things up, slow things down even more, try to go for a fake. Haven't really seen much in the way of fakes here so far on these two sides. They are kind of hard to pull off sometimes if you haven't really established a lot of set pieces already. And so we'll get Device on the AWP again. Device has gone for full nades, no Kevlar. Which further proves your point, James, about the AWP glass cannon.
Dupree dancing around a pop dog position. Yeah, it's okay for Device. It's better on the CT side. If you're going towards main, for example, he could just be obliterated into tiny pieces like he got hit by a planet. But outside of that, he might be all right. Ence in the lead now. Dupree showing us the spider webs. Quite nice. But what's not nice for Astralis is the current situation. They don't look likely for Train at present. Now is the time to throw Ence off their game. Moving towards that main position. You can see Alexi around the E-box. Aggressive positions for the CT side. Aerial forced away now. And Dupree tries to take him out, but he gets taken out instead. Aerial is a hard man to deal with.
And Ence, most of their utility has been burned, but they are finding excellent usage for what they do have left. It was actually Astralis that had huge amounts of utility remaining, and they've done well pressuring out Ence's utility, but 35 seconds left. Oh, the 2-man setup. You do not expect a 2-man setup at this point of the round on Pop Dog. Zipex, hero mode, dropping down to try to control the bomb once again. It's Device though who does it. 20 seconds, he's going to lock off connector. Maybe there's a world where he does this. They're forcing their way through the smoke. He knows it, he hits the legs, but Sergey takes him out. 12 rounds for Ence, 10 for Astralis, and they are yet to answer Ence in a buy versus buy.
Wrong time to be a leg man, needed to be a chest man, but didn't happen for him. And now Ence are 2 rounds in the lead. They're looking good for a 2-0.
Set piece with, but they lost that, key positions like Pop Dog and were unable to gain them back in time. And that really was what thwarted their attack.
Speaking of being thwarted, oh, the HE is gonna do a little damage, just a little. But the AUG will do colossal damage. It's a massacre in the IV position. Just one player taken out. It is an eco round, but Astralis have to turn the tide now. And they are capable of doing this. We've seen them have longer comebacks from greater deficits. Even in this tournament, it may not have always been successful, but sometimes the pressure is what will spur them on. Can they find the key to unlock Ence's defenses here on Train? If they can't, it will be curtains. 6
rounds in a row here for Ence, James. The longest streak of rounds we had from Astralis on their first half was 5, and that was off of the pistol as well. That's not. These are all buy rounds, off pretty much. The Ence have been winning. Obviously some saves as well, but post pistol. Sergey going aggressive, looking really confident against Zipex, but he can't win that battle, and that might be decisive here as it gives Astralis more to work with. An opening kill. We haven't seen too many of those for Astralis on their T side. But Ence, there is something magical about them in this series so far. They've had a lot of strength when it comes to being down and out against the numbers and finding a way back in with some expert positioning and performances. But Astralis, a team that is so good at exploiting a man advantage. And you can see that now they are moving towards the B bomb side. They haven't gone for too many B rounds of late. And they are ready to go for a set piece here and looking to get Magisk in the lurking position towards T main there. Perhaps he'll go towards Pop Dog, up through the halls. Into T main he goes. Alexi B spots the push. Vice with the old Alu as well, and looks like Ence are in a lot of trouble, and Astralis may just have claimed their first round off the back of getting that man advantage early on. Explosive stuff onto the B-bomb sites, what did it in the end.
Just when you thought it was safe to type easy for Ence, Astralis are back. They're putting out the fire around that logo. Again, they're not too far away. There's a lot of money though for Ence, but it can disappear very quickly. Alu's almost on $14,000. Almost losing money by winning rounds. But in 2 rounds, that can all slip away.
I think for many, James, even some of the Ence fans, it'd be very bittersweet if Ence win, because that probably means we're going to hear even more people buying the Easy Friends music packs.
My music is disabled there. I will hear nothing of the sort.
All right, 13 or 11 to 13, I should say, as Astralis just picked up the last round, the previous rounds, and they got to do it again somehow. They have to do it again, and they have struggled to do so far. But perhaps now is the turning point. Will Ence throw in an aggression that's unexpected, or will they keep things vanilla here against the Danes?
Oh no! HG's gone the wrong way, but it does minimal damage in A main for Astralis. Some warbangs being attempted by Alu. He's landed them before. And it seems a take of main is in order. And that's fantastic from the CT side. Even if they don't put bodies in there, if they know it's going to be cleared out by those 2 mollies, it just causes problems in the timing of Astralis. May cause them to use utility they may want to use elsewhere. May have to assume that their game is kind of obvious where they want to go if they assume that whole area is compromised. So let's see what they do. They've got the numbers above B for now. There is a timing smoke grenade from Ence. Not sure if Astralis were ready to commit, but if they were, their plans will be cancelled for the time being. 4 smoke grenades being held for Astralis. They might have enough for a fake and an execute, or just the latter. Lining up a smoke towards Ivy, I do believe. Glaive's either lining one up or he just really likes bricks. Ence now with 2 players towards that main position. They didn't go there immediately, but they are creeping around there for the time being. More smoke stand around B, and Sergey is ready for worst case scenario.
Astralis, they've had some success towards B here. Well, the minimal success they have had has been towards B. We're going to see Astralis throwing smokes into A. The real intention is behind this B bomb site. It's just Sergey really there to stop it. He does get himself 2 kills. Will that be enough? 15 seconds, less than that, to plant the bomb. It's desperation mode for Astralis as they have to plant the bomb. Wrapping onto Alu. Finally, Glaive will find the kill and the bomb goes down, but Dupree left in the 1 versus 2 here, and he can't make it to safety. X7 covers the retreat, and that's a round for Ence. 14. They are 2 away from taking down Astralis in this grand finals, James.
Looking for the second AWP. There it is. Time to defuse the bomb. Astralis close, but post-plant, they did not last very long at all. Running down the clock. Again, Ence ruining the timing multiple times and then ruining people. All over Train. 2 rounds away from that big gold trophy from the Blast Pro Madrid series title. There's still a bye though for Astralis. They're not out of this yet. Still a good buy for both squads. This one may still go down to the wire. Hence 1-0 up. And it may finish with a clean sheet, but maybe Astralis' fate is still in their control.
James,
4 AK-47s in AWP.
X7 has 170 ADR. That is ridiculous.
He's putting in work.
And Ariel has 170 ADR as well. Actually, no, I'm completely wrong, because that's utility damage, James. I've lied to everybody. It's fine. I mean, punished again for reading numbers.
I was
James.
looking at the scoreboard and I was thinking, like,
where did he pull this one from?
he must be getting a lot of assists.
Indeed. But the thing is that what we have on hand here, once again, is Astralis. They found that success towards B, multiple rounds. They're getting the bombs down, they're getting the post plants. Even though some hasn't gone well, they're going for it again. They've got to keep it simple, but they're getting absolutely mowed down here. Glaive gets one, but that is a terrible consolation. It costed his entire team, essentially. Magic's the last man left. He's there to protect against the flank, but now he's the only thing standing between Astralis and Match Point, but he's doing the damage. He's got a minute to play with, James. There is a world where Magic saves this.
He must. For Astralis, he must, but Ence may deny him the opportunity. He'll smoke the bomb to collect it. The Molotov will be denied, and he's rotating straight back towards the A site, but Alu, of course it's Alu, with the AWP looking towards Connector, but he's going the long route. Is there time, however? 20 seconds remaining. He's so far away. They don't know if he's lurking around Pop Dog, so they may focus on that, but I think Alu's looking towards this main position now, spots him, looking for a re-peek. The Molotov may allow him to plant a bomb. What will Alu do with it? It's a big flashbang, rotating around, running for a Molotov. He's got 5 seconds to plant the bomb, but Alexi's in position. It's match point Ence. It's championship point Ence.
Amazing stuff from Ence. They've been phenomenal here. Oh my God. But to correct the numbers, it is 180 off for...
Not 100.
For X7. No, not 100.
Just a little incorrect.
100,000, whatever I said earlier. He's definitely been putting in work, and Ariel as well. As you can see, those were, 2 players really put into focus, into highlight here. But Astralis, their backs are against the wall here now, James, and either they're going to stand tall and fight back, or they're going to concede at this point, because Ence are looking so damn strong and ready for this win. And Astralis will take the Pop Dog position away. It's smoked off for the time being. 3 players on Pop Dog. 2 players around the dumpster there, looking to go through teammate. It's going to be an A set piece. Coming in, Glaive charges down towards Connector. They get the 2 opening kills here. Astralis in advantage. It would take something special for Ence to come back in this round.
They've got special players, though. X7 opening the proceedings, but he will be traded. Now, what do you do, Ence? Do you play the conservative game? Do you try to do damage? It might depend on their economy. 2 versus 4. Creeping forward is Alexi B. Running distraction now. Can Sergey play off of this? He's made his way onto the bomb site. Creeping around. Surely not. Surely not. He's going for it. He's not like this. There's no way. There's no way. The cover's there. I can't believe it. He's been denied just in time. Astralis by the skin of their teeth. I thought that was down, but they said no.
Oh my God. You can't do this to us, man. You can't do us like that. That is not acceptable. I'm so happy that Astralis stopped that, James.
That was so close.
That is not the way you can lose the grand finals. That is outrageous. Hero magic.
Released. The adrenaline had to be released. There has to be like, we've won. Denied. Oh my God. Both teams back on the bye. 3 more rounds.
And James, he faked it at first as well. He actually faked it at first. But anyway, we're into the next round here. Astralis still fighting back tooth and nail in this one on train. It's so difficult. One of the most awkward maps to have a T side to be down like this. You have to set up your attack so much. You've got to take position. You've got all these choke points to worry about. The coordination is so finely timed. It's such a difficult T side of all the maps in this map pool that we play in competitive at the moment. And the drop comes. It's not a totem drop, it's just 1 man. And Ariel, he's wondering, can I get some more out of this? Because he just ate up Glaive. And Astralis are down 1 man. They're playing 4 versus 5 for their life.
The stats are not good when you're 4 versus 5. Likely to go to Ence. But there are some sound cues. X7 backing off from Ivy. Aerial, X7, Alu taken down. A trio, a flurry of kills from Astralis. They are not done with this just yet. Dupree one-tapping his teammate. Still alive, though. May not matter. We'll have to wait and see. 2 versus 4. Alexi B and Sergey. These rounds have been expensive for Ence. What's the money looking like, Dan? It's not looking good. Most people have less than $1,000, so this may be a safe situation already for Ence. Astralis, they may be growing with power, Dan.
This is actually really scary. These 2 saved weapons are actually insanely important because Ence don't have a loss bonus. they'll have 1 loss bonus. So that is a problem, because this will be the 13th round for Astralis, and Ence are not going to really have anything to really fight with. So I don't know what's going to happen, James, but 15-15 is something we could see here.
Definitely is. From that 4 versus 5, they got 3 kills from out of nowhere. And now they're forced to save. They were so close to defusing.
They do against Astralis.
The fans are chanting for the fire when the bomb explodes, which is brilliant. Well, the CTs, they start this round with position. They've got 2 rifles. This is not a guaranteed round for Astralis. Disaster can strike at any point. Disaster can strike at any point. Beautiful flashbangs. Astralis making sure there's no cheeky plays from Ence straight away, but there is still Sergey getting a kill, and he might be able to back off. The 2 rifles are still in play for Ence. If Astralis try to play this slow and they make the wrong, oh, he gets his bell rung. That could be followed up on later on. The rifles are still alive. It's a 3 versus 3 now. There might even end up being a rifle for Alu to pick up. This could still end in disaster.
Absolutely, and Zipex, in all those trades at the beginning of the round towards the inner area, he lost a lot of health because of Sergey. And indeed, because of those kills, Astralis lacked position on the map. And that has allowed Ence now a lot of time, additional time to get position themselves, additional time to work out how to tackle the remainder of Astralis. And it also brings more questions to Astralis, because they have less idea of where these CTs could possibly be. And there is a lot of hiding spots on this map.
Alu, I think he's starting to flank. He's been heard by Device, but that thins the numbers on the B bomb site. Is this how it ends, Dan? Is this how the championship is decided? 2 rifles versus 2 rifles. Look at the time, 25 seconds. We've got Molotovs being deployed. Alexi's in red with 10 HP, but the opportunities are running out. Look where the bomb is, it's so exposed. Is this how it ends, Dan? Zipex versus 2. Championship point for Ence, 12 seconds to collect the bomb. We've got Alexi beat by Oil, and that's it. Ence are your champions. They've 2-0'd Astralis in Madrid.
And not only are they 2-0 Astralis, they have deleted the famed Astralis streak. This, perhaps, James, could usher in a new era for Astralis and also for Ence. This is a turning point here in Counter-Strike, and I can't wait to see where it goes for both sides.